slope of the board as a positive number. So rise, what's the rise here? 18, what's the run? Uh-oh, I don't have 18 over 4. Simplify. So divide each by 2 and we get 9 over 2, which is B. Good. Yes.
No.
Okay. Moving on. Same type of question here with slope, you guys. They give you a drawing this time. You said before, rise over run. So what's the rise? 8. What's the run?
20.
Simplified, it becomes? Divide both by 4. So your slope is 2/5, which is?
C.
C. All right, now this is where on your park reference sheet, this is the first time I would be writing down a formula. We need the actual slope formula. So if you remember, slope is usually shown as m. If you don't remember that, you can write slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Hopefully by now you remember that that makes this x and this y, and this is an x and this is a y. Does it matter which I call point 1 or point 2? It doesn't matter at all. So y2 minus y1, I'm going to do 4 minus negative 2 over 5 minus negative 3. For those of you that like to do your chick boom, yes, that means addition. But if I wrote a plus sign here, somebody on the day of the test will add the points instead of subtracting them. So 4 minus negative 2 is 6. 5 minus negative 3, 8. Simplified, 3/4, which is A. You guys, if adding and subtracting negatives is a problem for you, use your calculator. Again, I'm giving you plenty of time, and who is going to know if that's what you're typing in the calculator? You and maybe your neighbor if they're cheating. And I hope they're not. Was that the last one on that page?
Yeah.
All right, here I think we come up to the first question that drives me crazy. This is the only thing on that entire side of paper. So let's just read this for a second. Roasted cashews are $5.98 per pound. The total cost of P pounds is C. How would I turn that into an equation? Yeah, plenty of space. Cashews or the cost equals what?
$5.98.
$5.98 P per pound, right? Should not be on the computer. Then I wasn't speaking to you. All right, so A, equation C equals 598P. Does that equation match what we wrote? It does. 1 pound should equal how much? $5.98, right? Does that graph look good?
No.
No. So it's not A. Let's look at B. P equals 598C. Is that the equation we wrote?
No.
No. So it's not B. Let's look at C. C equals 598P. Is that the equation we wrote? Yes. 1 pound is $5.98. Does that look pretty good?
Yeah.
It does. Now let's just check D to make sure. But as of right now, C looks like the answer. So we turn the page again. C equals 598P, so the equation is good. 1 pound should be $6. So the answer was C. The only one where the equation matched what we needed and the graph matched where it needed to be. Okay, here's the next thing that most of you are really good at remembering this. Slope-intercept form is what?
Y equals mx plus b.
Yep, slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. We're going to be dealing with that for the next multiple questions, many questions. 25. What's the right answer in slope-intercept form? D. Again in second period, at the same time, somebody said A, somebody said D. What's the difference?
It's a negative.
A has a negative in it. That's really easy to miss if you rush. So D is the correct answer because our slope in this case is not negative. It's just positive 2/7. Am I going too fast? We doing all right? And remember, if I'm going too fast now, you can watch this later on the channel. Slow me down. Sound. No. All right, an icicle is 12 inches long and melts at a rate of 1/4 inch per hour. Of course it's corny. It's me. It is funny. You're wrong. All right, an icicle is 12 inches long and melts at a rate of 1/4 inch per hour. Doesn't tell us what anything represents here. What do you think the L is representing? The length of the icicle, and what's the T talking about? The time. So the length of the icicle starts off as 12, and it loses 1/4 inch an hour. So what equation is right? A. Okay, we're coming up to another one of those questions that extends over several pages because it prints weird. First part is here. Write an equation to find the total number of fences S standing after any number of Saturdays S. Mr. Collins is constructing a fence around his property. He already has 25 sections up and plans to add 8 sections each Saturday until he's finished. So his fence, how much does he have already done? 25. And how many is he adding? Every Saturday. What equation is correct? Looks like A. A is correct. So now if you turn the page,
That's annoying.
it is annoying and I apologize. Graph the equation. And there's no graphs. Turn the page again. There's some graphs. Okay. How many fence sections does he already have done?
25.
25. So there should be 25 right here. So does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So 25 plus 8 is how much? 30-something. 33? That looks pretty good there, doesn't it? All right. Plus 8 more would be 41. Okay, that looks like A is a definite possibility. Okay, so bad test taking would be it's A and move on. Good test taking would look at our choices here. All right. How many fences is he starting with
25.
there?
10 right there.
25 in the problem. Here, I think they want you to think that the 8, if you look real close, it's just below the 10. So it's not B. We can already eliminate B. C. He's starting with 25 fences?
No.
He does. He starts with 25.
Yeah.
But is he adding fences according
No.
to this graph? No, this would be he's tearing down 8 every Saturday. So it's not C. So far, A is the best choice. There's D. He starts at 25. Hey, that's good. It's going up. So we said 25 plus 8 was 33. And then we said 41. It's not quite on, is it?
A.
So A is the right answer. It is your best choice. Please find the energy to stay awake. Please. I know it's a Monday. Nobody wants to stay awake on a Monday. Okay. So 29. Find the total number of fence sections standing after 15 Saturdays. So our fences, we had 25 plus 8 every Saturday, and they just told us there were 15 of them. 15 Saturdays. So how many fences or fence sections does he have up? C. Okay, we're still working with slope-intercept form here. M is the slope. 0, 6 is what?
6.
That's the y-intercept, isn't it? When x equals 0, the other number is your y-intercept. So what's the right answer here? B, because it's a positive 6. if you didn't remember that 0 comma whatever the number is the y-intercept, remember we're dealing with y equals mx plus b. So you can plug those points in. 6 equals m is negative 3 times x is 0, and we would look for the b. So 6 equals 0 plus b. 6 is just b. So again, if you don't identify right off the bat that that's the y-intercept, you can still do the math and get to the right answer. Question 31, write an equation of the line that passes through the pair of points. When you have 2 points, I really shouldn't even be hearing music playing right now.
After you listen to it.
Well, and I'm pretty sure I'd ask for undivided attention.
I'm trying.
What's the only thing you can calculate when you have 2 points? The only thing we can calculate and find.
So,
Slope. So we're going to start by doing slope here. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 gives us 1/8. So I can eliminate which one? C, because that has a negative. Now I need to plug it in, pick a point and plug it into slope-intercept form. So which point do you want to work with? -5, -2, or 3, -1? It really doesn't matter, so
3, -1.
3, -1, I heard. So y equals, -1 equals, our slope we just said was 1/8 times x is 3 plus b. So -1 equals 3/8 plus b. -1 as a fraction would be what with eighths as a denominator? How would I make this look like a 1? 8 over 8, right? Equals 3/8 plus b. So now we subtract 3/8 from each side. And we get -11/8 equals b. So I know my b, I know my slope. What's the right equation? B. Good. Because it's negative, you needed the minus. All right, 32 is pretty easy. Solving any equation, where do we start? Our parentheses, right? So let's distribute. It's snowing.
Yeah, it's been snowing.
That evil weatherman said we could get an inch of snow today.
Yeah.
Not nice. He shouldn't use words like that.
He's not evil, he's nice.
All right. There's a lot of math in meteorology, and I'm pretty sure that that's like weather forecasting. I'm not sure that it, I don't know.
3x.
Okay, so 3 times x is
3x.
3x.
3.
3 times -1 is
-3.
-3. How do I get y alone?
Just subtract 3.
Subtract 3. Y equals
3x.
3x minus 6. -3 minus 3. What's the answer then? B. All right. Continuing